Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Imagine you're in the middle of a desert, on a mountain, or sailing in the middle of the ocean. No cables, no cell towers, yet somehow you can still navigate on your phone. How is that possible? That's the power of satellite internet. Instead of relying on underground cables or cell towers, your internet signal travels straight to space and back in less than a second. So, what's happening? When you open a website or send a message, your device requests the data to a small dish or antenna in your building. That dish beams your signal upward, hundreds of kilometers above Earth, to a satellite orbiting in space. That satellite then sends your request down to a ground station connected to the main internet network. The station finds the data you requested, maybe a video or web page, and beams it back through space to your dish, and finally, to your screen. All of that happens in the blink of an eye. It's like asking a question to a friend that's in space, and that friend asks another friend who's at Earth who knows the answer. But you might wonder how it really works, and how they are able to communicate from such a distance. Let me explain it briefly. Satellite internet uses radio waves and microwaves, the same kind of invisible signals used by Wi-Fi or cell phones, but powerful enough to travel hundreds of kilometers through the atmosphere. Your dish on the ground has a transceiver, which both sends and receives these signals. The satellite in space acts as a relay, using advanced onboard equipment called transponders that receive, amplify, and retransmit your data back to Earth. Satellite communication happens in a two-way link. The uplink, from your dish to the satellite, sends your requests. The downlink, from the satellite to your dish, delivers the data back. So, when you want to navigate, you send your request via your satellite dish at home or at your mobile phone. The satellite on space receives it and communicates at the same time with another dish that's at Earth connected to the internet. Once your data is ready, it beams it back to the satellite. Then the satellite only retransmits the signal back to you, wherever you are at Earth. This constant two-way exchange is what keeps you connected, whether you're sending a message, streaming a video, or joining a video call. Most modern systems use K-band and Ku-band frequencies, which are higher frequency radio waves that can carry much more data, giving you faster speeds. Ku-band and Ka-band range between 12 and 30 gigahertz. These frequencies differ with Wi-Fi signals, which usually operate at 2.4 or 5 gigahertz. Because satellite signals use higher frequencies and more focused beams, they can carry more data and travel much farther without losing strength. Wi-Fi, on the other hand, is designed for short distances, like inside your home, and quickly weakens through walls or over long ranges. Now that you know how it really works, let's uncover 5 mind-blowing secrets behind this space-powered technology. Secret number 1. The internet actually travels to space. When you use satellite internet, your connection actually leaves the planet. The data you send and receive bounces between Earth and satellites orbiting hundreds of kilometers above. Each of these satellites acts like a mirror for information, catching your signal and reflecting it across the planet. That's how even remote villages, ships in the middle of the ocean, and airplanes flying over mountains stay connected. Secret number 2. Satellites don't float. They orbit the Earth at high speeds. Here's something most people don't know about satellites don't just float in space. They're actually orbiting the Earth at incredibly high speeds, often around 27,000 kilometers per hour. This speed perfectly balances Earth's gravity, keeping them in constant motion around the planet instead of falling down to Earth. That balance is what keeps them stable and always in the right position to deliver your internet 24/7. Think of it like this. If you could throw a ball fast enough, it would keep circling the Earth instead of hitting the ground. That's what satellites do. They move forward so quickly that as gravity pulls them, the planet curves away beneath them. It's a perfect balance between motion and gravity. Secret number 3. Modern satellite internet is so fast. You might remember some years ago when satellite internet used to be slow, with long delays. That's because older systems used geostationary satellites, orbiting 36,000 kilometers above Earth. Signals had to travel that distance up and down, causing huge lag. But now, companies like Starlink, OneWeb, and Amazon Kuiper are changing the game. They use low Earth orbit satellites, also called LEO, which orbit much closer, between 340 and 550 kilometers up. That's 98.47% less distance than before. That shorter distance means your data reaches space in milliseconds, giving you speeds that can even outperform fiber internet, even for gaming or video calls. Secret number 4. Thousands of satellites work as one giant network. Here's another secret. It's not just one satellite that gives you internet, because one satellite can't cover the whole planet. Companies use a system called mega constellations that are thousands of small satellites that talk to each other using laser links. These lasers send data between satellites at the speed of light without bouncing the signal back to Earth. That means as you travel, by car, ship, or plane, your connection automatically switches from one satellite to another, smoothly and instantly, because they communicate at extreme speeds. For example, at one moment your device communicates with satellite X203, and the next second it's communicating with satellite number X204, and you don't even notice. Secret number 5. It's surprisingly secure. You might think sending your internet into space sounds risky, but satellite internet is actually very secure. Each user has a unique encrypted connection, meaning your data can only be read by your device. The signals between your dish and the satellite are encrypted, just like online banking. And because the beam is so narrowly focused, it's extremely hard for anyone else to intercept it. So yes, your photos, emails, and messages are safe, even if they've just traveled through space. Bonus secret. It's going beyond Earth. Here's one more mind-blowing fact. In 2025, NASA and private companies are already testing interplanetary internet, which are networks designed to connect the Moon and Mars with Earth. The same technology that connects remote parts of Earth could soon help astronauts on other places communicate in real time. Satellite internet began as a way to bring connectivity to isolated places, but it might one day connect planets. So, the next time you stream a video using satellite internet, remember your signal just bounced off a satellite orbiting hundreds of kilometers above the Earth. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe for more tech explainers, and check out my previous video on how smart glasses work. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.